Hello guys, it's me back again. I'm just doing my annual sort of summing up of the year and Christmas video. So Merry Christmas to you all. Oh, that's good. Nice Italian Merlot. Anyway, let's get on with that. Mind you, that is good. Yeah, 2020. Full of promise at the beginning of January, and then come March, COVID came along and turned our lives upside down, including mine. Which so much so that the situation was that I had my hours cut at work, and obviously my role changed as well. What you meant is the role I'm in now, I'm thoroughly enjoying, I must admit, because I've got more of a sort of a first contact the public customers at hand, and I'm working more closely with the senior management as well, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. And I think, and to be honest with you, it's built up a good working relationship between the store director, my store manager, and also my manager themselves. So yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. Also, obviously with my situation changing at work, once my former landlord found out my situation, obviously he felt that it was no longer valid for me to stay where I was. So obviously I had to find new accommodation. I found this place, and I have to say it's got a lovely setting. I've got some great housemates here. So much so that I've actually got to pop down and give them a hand with the Christmas dinner in a minute, as I bought the turkey. So there you go. Yeah, so it's sort of I've moved nearer to work, as opposed to where I was living in Ascot, which I used to have to either get the bus in or walk in, around a 15-minute walk in the mornings and evenings, which really sort of dragged my day out. But obviously with everything at hand here in Bracknell, it's a bit easier for me. Although the area I lived in was really nice and I loved it there, and I do miss my big man cave. But obviously where I am now, as I've previously explained, I've got half the space and I don't have the facilities here to carry on with the hobby. However, I have actually been building up my stash for when I do return to the hobby, which you can see in the far corner here. Oh yeah, I've got Big Jet TV on at the moment. Jerry's there, believe it or not, on Christmas Day. I can't believe he's done that, but there you go. Fair play to him. He's trying to keep us all in good spirits and keep us going. So yeah, but I have to say, all you guys out there in the community, you've been keeping us going throughout these lockdowns and this pandemic this year. Good mention is Phil Florina, guys, who've been doing daily hangouts, obviously the Q&A sessions, what's coming in regard to kit reviews, that sort of thing, as well as Paul and the guys as well with their normal regular Friday live at the bench hangout. They did one for Christmas Eve the other night, which I think I missed, unfortunately, because the World and his wife decided to get in touch with me on Christmas Eve. So I totally forgot about it, so I'm sorry I wasn't there, guys, but I was watching them today on their live hangout for Christmas Day. So good to see you guys. Sorry I didn't get to come along, but you know what it is, you have work, you have a lane, and before you know it, you're trying to get stuff sorted. By the time you go off air, it was too late for me, so never mind. I'll try and join you on Wednesday. So yeah, and then there's obviously Frankie Day, Mike Cohen, the Bricks of Plastic, Seb, and many others out there I've been keep following, and keeping in touch, because you're all my friends, so regardless of whether you've had disputes between each other or whatever, you're still all my friends, so that's why I keep in touch. And if it hadn't been for you guys, I wouldn't have had the channel that I've got here, so there you go. As I say, there's not been much material from me because obviously my situation changed. I did have proposed builds. I was going to get the Panzer 2 Dio finished, which is now in my brother's hands, and also that lovely little Wessex, which was coming on well. And due to my situation, I had to stop, and obviously I've had to take a break from the hobby for the time being until obviously my own situation improves, and then I'll find bigger accommodation for myself, and then I'll get back on the bench and get irregular builds and group builds done, as it were. When that'll be, I can't say, because might be a year, might be 2 years, I don't know. We shall see. But I don't think we've seen the last of this pandemic just yet, even though there's a vaccine that's on its way in. I think we're going to have another year of this. Not as bad as 2020. I think, to be honest, I'm predicting around about the mid part of the year, life will start to possibly creep back to normal. So once the vaccinations are out there. And hopefully air travel will be up and running again, because obviously that suffered this year. In fact, one of my oldest friends, Alan Harrington, he decided to take redundancy after 30 years service of BA, because what they were offering him was just not really advisable. So he's now devoting his time into his framing and photography business, although it's probably taken a hit on this blooming third lockdown. We shall see how things pan out. But we all knew it was going to get worse in the winter, so I've sort of been preparing myself for it. But I'm still keeping in touch as to what's going on in the hobby, as regards to the general kit releases, etc. I actually got another Tiger in, but I have to say it's in a poor state. The box was in a poor state, so much so I don't think I'll be buying from that seller again. I got the reissue of Whitman's Last Tiger from Dragon, and as you can see, look at the rep on this box. This is basically the state of the box. I mean, it's like that, that is piss poor. Thankfully, all the parts and the kit are still there. But, when you pay good money for a good kit and you unpack it and you got this looking at you, you're thinking, what the fuck are you playing at? I basically messaged the seller to say, how the hell did that get in that state? And his reply was, he fobbed me off with it was the Royal Mail's fault. I'm sorry, but when I opened that up with the polystyrene, it was in that state, mate. There's no way that was to do with the Royal Mail. I think it was your fault. You obviously had an accident with it. It was the last one. You didn't let me know, and I won't be dealing with you again. That's for sure. Even the front of the box, guys, look at that. Is that piss poor? Is that piss poor? I will be doing an inbox review of this at some stage. In fact, I will just let you know that during this pandemic, obviously with the stash I've built up, I'll do a few inbox reviews. So there you go. That'll keep you guys occupied and entertained. Yeah, as for myself, I'm doing well. As I say, I'm enjoying my new role. I've got plenty to keep myself entertained. I've been steadily building up my old Doctor Who collection again, because obviously I had to sell a lot of the old classic episodes, but I'm starting from square one. I've started collecting all William Hartnell's episodes, and then I'll go to Pat's, John's, etc., over the next few years. Although I'm keeping the modern ones as they are as well, up to date. But I'm heavily getting into my Star Wars, I tell you. And I've blamed my little surrogate daughter, Brittany Abinada, for that, because she's a big Star Wars geek. And my friend Lisa, she's an absolute nut on it. I've normally only thought of the 3 original films, but it's expanded so much. I've sat and collected all the DVDs for the Clone Wars, and they are pucker. And now I've started reading the prequel novels up to The New Hope, and I'm just watching it all. I'm just going through it all chronologically right now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So yeah, I've become a bit of a sci-fi geek. And I've also made a new friend on Instagram who I'm hoping to meet up with once this pandemic eases. So yeah, it's all good, all good. But you know, I know if some families are having a tough time today because they can't be with their loved ones, and I can't be with my mum, unfortunately, because obviously she was diagnosed with vascular dementia earlier this year, and obviously she has, I mean, Colin's doing a marvellous job looking after her, I have to say, and hats off to you, Cole. You know, Mum's doing okay at the moment. She's doing okay. In fact, she messaged me this morning, thanked me for their gifts I got this morning. My brother's away in Dubai, and he's spending it with his partner and their daughter there, because her daughter works there. Thankfully, it's one of the gateways that's open. So they're spending Christmas there and New Year there, and he'll be back with his partner on the 7th. And yeah, so onwards and upwards, as they say. As I say, also I'm still going to throw out the suggestion that I am possibly going to do Q&A sessions, live Q&A sessions, possibly Wednesday or Thursday nights whilst this pandemic is going on, and I'll be doing a series of inbox reviews with my new stash. All right, I think that's about covered it really, guys. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. Well, in fact, I've got to go down and start on the Christmas dinner shortly. So you guys stay safe, enjoy your Christmas. If you can't be with your loved ones, there's always FaceTime. So I'm going to be getting in touch with a few people tomorrow. I tried to get hold of them today, but they're all having their Christmas dinner. So I thought, right, fair enough, I'll try tomorrow, or as and when, you know, because obviously I've officially, from yesterday, Christmas Eve, I'm on furlough until further notice. So there you go. Anyway, I've waffled on for nearly 12 minutes now, so until the next time, get kit crazy, stay safe, keep in touch with your loved ones, wash your hands, and if you're going out and about, 2-meter distance, and wear your mask, okay? So until then, take care, happy Christmas, happy New Year, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.